Hello everyone and welcome back to Conarium. We just got done talking with a spooky head that claimed to be me. And now we're still trying to figure out where everyone appears to have gone because, oh my goodness. In between play sessions they magically cleaned up the torrent of tiny idols. Ooh. It's not stuck. Hello? Anybody home? Ooh, what we have? Ooh, that's kind of neat. I like this. It's a pretty nice butterfly-looking thing. Right next to the horrific gruel stuff. Ah, it's a baby! Right next to the drugs. Probably gave the guy a headache. Or girl. Oop, what? Book. Oh. Cool. I think. One of the composite sculptures we've come across during our initial field trips has an open third eye in its forehead as well as inside its hand, which I think indicates some kind of state of knowing, because allusions to knowledge and elder things reoccur all the time in almost every boss relief we have discovered so far. This leads me to believe that these creatures inhabiting these halls have acquired some kind of knowledge of the elder things, fabled creatures of primal myths. Yep, let me just shove that in my book bag. Book. Alright. Nothing exciting here. Alright. Anybody home? I cannot interact with the light switch. That distresses me a little bit. Yeah. We have a mustachioed man and a kid. That's nice. Why would you have a hanger in your drawer? This distresses me. You found Hansen's notes. These nightmares have become almost? No, just unbearable. I still see the same man in my nocturnal visions, but now he is holding something in his hand, which I believe to be a lotus flower. We seem to be continuing this grave and serious conversation again and again, but I still can't remember the contents. During working hours, sometimes I hear his voice through the radio. It is not in the form of meaningful sentences, but more like unconscious mutterings. I'm afraid to tell anyone about this, for I hate the very idea of the suspension I will probably be facing. I mean... You found a secret. I have? I have? The notes? That doesn't seem quite right. Let me close this so that I can walk in this hallway without, like, throwing myself off a cliff to go up and down. Ding dong! Inspector. Apparently everyone here has kids. Or is extremely creepy. I could go for either, really. You know, uninteractable. Okay. Johann de Witt. Oh, well. Alright. Gloves. Okay, well. Found de Witt's keys. Was de Witt's one of the doors that was locked back there? I'm probably getting there now. Goggles, gloves, you know... Whatever the hell these are. What's up? I'm inclined more towards the notion that our nocturnal visions are not just faint and fantastic reflections of our waking experiences. Every time I pass into a state of dormancy, somehow I can explore while I am dreaming the vistas of grandeur, an alien prospect, and unnatural disposition, so vividly expressing the outer extent of this world I have yet to discover. If only I was endowed with the artistic skill to describe my visions. All I know is that this became evident after the Conarium sessions had started. Even though I am not one of the participants, I am somehow affected. I feel I am absorbed while in an unconscious state into the oblivion, crossing the line between the wall of sleep. Okay. Sir, you may be having fantastic visions. That man was a former porn star. There's no way this man is not a porn star, right? With a mustache like that? And go up and blah, walrus ride, blah, 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 blah. Did I look in here? I did. Okay. Well, we're almost done. Goodies in the goodie. I don't think alcohol... Well, actually, 1940.
Locked.
Stuck! Jammed. Unwilling to open. Okay, was there a Johann de Witt in here? Blake, Barlow, Mine, Faust? No. There's not a de Witt in here. Alright, well, Oh my god, I can book it. I'm done with this place. Let me just run. Brrr. Oh, I heard myself stepping on the wetness, and I was like, what the hell was that? Open this.
It's stuck.
Nope, still stuck. Turning on the power did nothing for that. Spooky flashlight. Infirmary. Hello! No one in the infirmary. Can I take it? Can I steal the drugs? I cannot take the drugs. Can I take the other drugs? Come on, character has complained of a headache. I can surely take the aspirin or something, right? Looks less like aspirin and more like murder pills, but, you know, what do I know? Can't open that. Spooky journal of one Johann de Witt. On psychoactive plants, Sahati and Diversae. Diversae? Can I... No? Okay. Well, guess I'll just leave that there. Empty. Gloves. Notes. All the members awakened without any problem except for Frank Gilman. No! All of a sudden, his heart ceased beating around 1:45 a.m. Am I dead? He was extremely cold and there was no detectable pulse. While I am preparing to perform cardiac compression, he momentarily opened his eyes. I'm unsure how much time passed since his heart failed to beat, but it can't have been more than 5 minutes. And then came the event that shook us all. The cause was the very words Frank uttered directly to Dr. Faust right after he awakened. I don't know how to explain it because his voice was muffled and almost indiscernible, but I'm convinced that the voice I heard did not belong to Frank. As a medical doctor, I can say that this is not completely impossible for someone in his condition, but there was something wrong with what I heard. It was a sound no human vocal cords could produce. Oh. Am I possessed? I am Frank, right? It's been a hot minute. I can't steal any of those. What's up? Upawat Antarctic Expedition, Statement of Consent. By signing this document, by agreeing the terms of said false statement, I hereby declare perform daily duties, etc., etc., risk A for medical conditions, explain something, something, something. Yep. Yep, all the fun stuff that people do with the signing of going to the Upawat, etc., etc., etc.
It's stuck.
Jammed! Why are you... There's like a fuse in there, I guess. But I don't... There doesn't appear to be a way in there. Flashlight, why are you showing that? Oh, this door's open. Oh, it's the mess hall. Alright. An absolutely filthy mess hall. What the hell? These people had to have gotten a scare, right? You don't just, like, drop your gloop on the floor, right? Does anyone at... Ugh, what happened here? Excuse me? Is that bread or fish? You ever looked at something so decayed you weren't sure if it was bread or fish? Could have been either.
It won't open.
It's stuck. It's jammed. Oh, we found the coffee. Game over. We win. I have a grand old time drinking coffee to the end of our days, alone, going crazy in the Arctic. Oh, we got tea and sugar. Excellent. Can I open any of these? No. Oh, well, that explains why that door didn't open. Okay. Bye! Alright, well, storage?
Locked.
Jammed. Goodies? Nope. Can I interact with any of you? Are you a fun, interactable thing? Nope. Who are you? What are you? Are you like a heater? A boiler thingy? Alright, well, oh. Okay. Elevator time. Chunk. You're not gonna jump scare me, are you? I will be unimpressed if you jump scare me. Just saying. Oh. Good. The smiling gremlins of Azkaban. Along with the vampiric nails of Durjibin. This is, of course, just means spouting nonsense words. Oh, hello! Hello? Do you have an arboretum down here? Excuse me? Okay. First of all, it's cold enough that my character can see his breath, but there's a perfectly healthy tree here. Excuse me? Excuse me? Is there like a thingy I can read? Glossopteris. Is that a real tree? I'm not an arborist. Arboristemum. Can I open these? Nope.
It's stuck.
Locked. Jammed.
It's stuck.
Unopenable.
It won't open.
Oh. Had the fear there for a second. Ooh, book. Oopawat Expedition Handbook. By Derby Pickman. And Schneider Foundation. Oh. I'll come back to you in a second. Let's see if there's any other doors that are stuck. Jammed.
Stuck.
Okay. Now that my heart is sufficiently not in my throat anymore. That seems dangerous. Let's go down the other path. Let's not follow the mysterious black figure wearing a hoodie in a place where I've not seen anyone else. Hello? Oh. There appears to be green particles in the air. Some drugs. Oh. Fungus. Good. Fungus drugs. There appears to be a goop on the floor. Can I take any of these? Can I take a goop? Goopy goop. Oh. Hey! The crank I found upstairs. That is a very suspicious looking... God damn it, cat. You can't just become an amorphous blob. Okay. This feels less flour, more egg from aliens. Is it gonna latch onto my face? Oh, good. Well, time to die, I guess. Well, oh no. Am I gonna die? Is this how I die? The cat seems very unbothered by the particles of doom, death, and despair. Excuse me? Cat, I need you to calm down. I cannot look at any of these. Kitty? Kitty? Are you okay? Cat? That? What? What? Excuse me? What is happening right now? Oh, that's not normal. Can we stop staring at the horrific? I'll just I'm sorry? I can't move? Hello? No. Wait, am I alive? Excuse me? Who? Where? Dead people? Hello? Who are you?
Who is this? It's impossible to determine with so much decomposition.
I apparently nicked his key? What's this? Can I read it? I finally finished excavating the monolith that was silently waiting for the soul to see it again. For a soul to see it again. Situated with the circular building, we reached the link elevator. That magnificent piece of carving was buried halfway down a mound of debris and most probably would have been written in the earliest pages of history. I cannot describe exactly the feelings for the first time when I stood against contemplating that gigantic stonework inside the time-worn walls of silence. Only God knows how many ages have passed since his initial carving. Just thinking about its age sends shivers down my spine, much like skeletons. Spooky, scary skeletons. Which civilization could have been constructed with such grandeur? Now waving a forlorn goodbye without giving away the secrets of its masters. Furthermore, even though most of them are damaged beyond repair, we spotted some symbols resembling the rock art of the Sahara Desert in southeast Algeria. Minus N. I don't have any strong evidence to suggest anything, but Corwell Blake clings mostly to the continental drift theory. In any case, we don't have enough data to go on at this age, but it is evident history needs to be rewritten yet again. Cool. Oh, hey, imagine if I put that in my thing instead of trying to just read it. You found an ominous note.
It's impossible to determine with so much decomposition.
I'm pretty calm about a murder plant and a tentacle-faced cat, all considered. I freaked out more than the character freaked out. The character was just like, Jesus! And then backed off. Well, technically I backed off. Hey, you gonna be alright, plant? If I walk back in here, you gonna be chill? Are you chill? Can I close you? Cannot close it. Okay, well. Well, I suppose the good news is I'm not dead. What's this? The origin of the Conarium. Dr. Faust is very tight-lipped on how he came up with that strange exploration device he built long ago. The only thing he has told us is that he came across some shunned and forbidden volumes, probably for good reason, about a device of extraterrestrial origin. But again, these sources do not hint that any existed on Earth except in the dreams of those who like to chew a certain alkaloidal herb. Well, you know. The sessions we hold in the meeting room to adapt to our nervous system to the alien impulses of the machine were frightening at first. If used too much, it affects the body to the breaking point. But now I'm used to its non-human sensations, I started to feel like the device is clearing my mind to make it absorb much more than ever before. I feel unconfined and much more receptive. But the most peculiar aspect of the sessions are that because it is a shared experience, I'm able to receive impressions, ideas, and even memories which belong to the other participants. Usually my mind wanders after the sessions end, and I cannot focus my thoughts until I have slept for several hours. Its strange device surely disorients feelings and bodily functions, but I believe what it offers is of immense importance. Strange device, fascinated, horrified, but in equal measure. It seems able to reply to my questions with logical answers, but how could that be? The eyes are spooky. Yeah. Radio Officer Hansen's carvings. Okay. Yep. Yeah. What's this? It's a tube. It's a phonograph cylinder. Well, luckily, there's a phonograph. You know. Easily taken care of. What? Ah! There's a problem with one of the freezers. I've labeled it. It must be checked immediately. Delightful. Pyramid. Get. New campsite established. Waiting for samples. Get. Teeth plant. Wibbledy Gibbless plant. Monk painting of a plant in his garden. The circle with some points labeled on it. Yep. Alright, well. Nothing in the drawers. Yep. Those are letters. Okay, well, might as well do this.
Unfortunately, one of our researchers, C. Lenning, was found dead in the biolab last Tuesday. Cause of death is currently uncertain, but judging by the accumulation of a mass of green substance found in his mouth and throat area. Dr. Barlow, our botany expert, thinks that Lenning was smothered by small, sticky greenish clumps. that look like pollen, belonging to the living samples of the plant Sahiti, which is thought to have become extinct during the Paleozoic era. Dr. DeWitt will perform a post-mortem examination on his body soon.
Yes. Journal has been updated. Well, maybe that's that dead guy. I didn't see any mossy stuff, but Biolab 2. Okay. Well, apparently I have the key for this one. Hello. Excuse me? Can I... What are you? Yes? I don't want to lick that. Dreamcatchers? I have no flashlight.
No more can we harbor ourselves on the safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone. I think you should retire to your room.
What?
I'm going to think a bit more.
Who are you? Are you Dr. Faust? What is this? You mutating cucumbers in here on your own time? Nice skull. Hello, Bam skull. Hey, I just want to touch everything in your room. Is that okay? Alright, well. More skull. There's a door. Okay, if I open this door and I get jump scared, I will be deeply unimpressed with you. I still have no flashlight. Okay. People at a party in here, I assume. A very classical painting of, oh man, what was this? I think that's a classical painting of sleep apnea? Where people thought, or maybe it's sleep paralysis. It's either sleep apnea or sleep paralysis, where there's like a demon imp that's sitting on your chest and you can't do anything about it. So it gives you like paralyzed fear. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. You'll probably find it on Wikipedia. Maybe.
Locked.
Oh, I wanted to go investigate the strange electric sounds, but I mean, you know. Spooky tree. That's no Bob Ross. Yeah. Excuse me? Is that like a horse head looking at some chick and being like, "Ooh, goo, I'm gonna tap that later."
Locked.
Stuck.
It's locked.
Jammed. Hole in floor. Oh.
Locked.
Alright. Okay. Okay? This is not okay. Is this how I died a mossy mouth? Am I dead now? Is this what death looks like? Hello? First Conarium event and a brief visit to the past. I am at a complete loss for words. Simple remarks are insufficient to express my feelings right now. Was it a premonition or a vision? How should I interpret all of this? I don't know exactly. Suddenly I found myself drifting into a familiar room, a room that was long buried in my graveyard of memories, inscribed on epitaphs of the past. Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave the strange cucumber alone. More older ruins, Cyclopean City, Mountains of Madness. Well, apparently the Mountains of Madness exist in Antarctica. Nice. What we got here? Pronunciation of the Zeises. Okay. Some junk. A whatchamabibble. Apparently I'm taking the whatchamabibble with me. More Antarctic stuff. Yep. Sketch map of the south. Yep. Okay. Oh, some tabs. They appear to be missing their tabby-doos. What we got here? Antarctica. Scientific Historical Timeline of the Unoccupied Continent. By Brown University Press, 1892. What we got? On the Diversahi mixture. Diversahi, a legendary drink in the oldest myths. I heard about the elusive mixture decades ago when I was writing my thesis on Salvia Divinorum. Please don't throw too much Latin at me, that'll just make me look like an idiot. Also known as the Sage of the Diviners. An entheogenic plant used mostly in religious or shamanic ceremonies. For centuries, no one could gather any information about it other than its legendary mystical psychoactive properties. In some sources, it was the drink of the gods, while in others, a key for opening gates to places that lie beyond the conventional human senses. The sole bridge to be passed in order to leave the bodily restrictions of the flesh. Most scholars would kill even for a hint about one of its lost ingredients. That's something I was on the lookout for throughout my career. A new formula is forming in my mind. I accidentally lowered my notes, however, I was able to bring it back up. I feel as if there is a chance for me to produce, if not the original, then a variant of the legendary mixture, Diversahi, with the new clues I have uncovered during my work here. Oh wait, I looked at that already. Book. Upawat sketchbook. I beg your pardon? Somewhat human and informed, these sculptures initially reminded us of the terracotta army sculptures carved as a funerary art, buried with the first emperor of China to protect him in the afterlife. Judging by the writings of some boss reliefs, we believe these wooden puppets, or golems, were used to carry out some tasks for their masters, just like the Egyptian Ushabitiwa funerary figures, which are servants of their owner in the hereafter. We saw the golems of several sizes, and was terrifying to see the huge one sitting in silence on the carved and polished rock stools, waiting for a command. Lots of gateways leading to dark, damp corridors that were mostly carved in ages past. Some of them were covered by strange ivy-like plants swaying back and forth, despite there being no external force to move them. Oh, good. They were coming from the levels below, creeping through crevices in the rock walls. To stop probably superstitious gossip among the crew, Dr. Barlow, our botany expert, personally started to examine them. Okay. That's the most normal-looking sketch I've seen so far. First submarine explorations, oh good, revealed that what was lying in the underwater caves. Most striking features were the structures with openings in them, like doors and windows. They made us wonder whether those caverns had been carved underwater or if they had been submerged at a later date and thus had become redundant to those who had carved them. I don't know, but apparently I'm jamming that in my butt. Whoop!